Happy full moon in Pisces. I see some of you are here already. Welcome in. Let me read these comments. May is here. Good to see you, May. Another Scorpio. Awesome. We've got Holly here. Awesome, Holly. Thanks for joining. I hope the sound is better. I keep working on it. I keep trying to fine tune it. Feeling a little zen right now, but I did just spend the last 15 minutes praying, meditating over sage and some praise and worship music. Yeah, I want to get really good messages for y'all tonight because I think y'all need it. You know, let's tune in, let's tap in, as some people say. I mean, why not? It's a full moon in Pisces. If you know there's ever a time to tap in and tune in, it would be now, right? Thanks to those of you who are giving me a like. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, as I'm sure many of you are tired of hearing ad nauseum, it helps us. It really does. And I hate being the broken record to say it, you know, but it really does help when you hit that like button. And let me say before we get started here, a reminder that these are requested signs only, but we got a full night tonight because there's only one sign that was not requested, and it's Gemini. Boo-hoo, Geminis. Sorry, you snooze, you lose. And if you want to request Gemini, the way to do it is next time when I go live, which will be the 25th, God willing, when we're covering that new moon in Libra. Well, I will put out a notice on my community page and give you an opportunity to request the signs. That's how it works around here, because I'm only going to read for requested signs. So make sure that you have activated that bell button, you've subscribed, and then you'll get notification of when I'm about to go live. And, you know, we can do Gemini or whatever sign you'll want to request. Also, I am on the lookout for more moderators. I have a great one, Nun. Fabulous. Thank you so much, Nun. By the way, I got a really nice message from Nun earlier. Thank you so much. But I do need more, right? I need some more moderators because, you know, it can get kind of loopy here on YouTube land. So, yeah, if you are interested in, you know, helping me to kick the trash out, I'd appreciate it because it's last few times it's been wild, wild west on here. So what else do I want to say to y'all? Oh, I have some signs up because some people have asked me, and let me put it in view. Well, number one, tips. Links below, greatly appreciated because as I've been saying to many of y'all, I am not monetized on YouTube AdSense anymore. No. There's no super chat, okay? So if you want to tip me, the links are down below for that in the description box. And when I get done, God willing, I will put it in the comments, pin it at the top. And also somebody asked me, and this is the other sign, do you still do readings? Yes, I do. Private readings available. Links are down below, okay? And so since, you know, I am not getting monetized through YouTube, and since I don't have sponsors or anything like that, this is a totally viewer-supported channel, so I absolutely appreciate anything that y'all send my way. All right, that said, I am going to take these cards representing each zodiac sign, and I'm going to give it a good mix up, even like if I can shuffle it, right, because it's 11 signs. By the way, if you want to know a general overview of the energy for this full moon in Pisces, I put out a video yesterday. I will try to maybe tag it on to the end of this video today, although this is going to be, we're going to be going for a while, 3 hours, doing 11 signs live, okay? But if you want the general overview of the astrology for the energy today, make sure to check out that video, all right? And let's sage the place really quick again. Holy Spirit, please help me to get clear messages for my viewers tonight. Y'all can timestamp. I greatly appreciate it. I am going to help y'all out as someone suggested by hopefully calling out the timestamps. And if y'all can, you know, put it down in the comments, that's great. That'll help me help you. I was talking about that in the video yesterday. It'll help me help you. Okay. And I have had some very generous people come in and timestamp them for me. Thank you so much. It's a lot. We're talking 3 hours of a live reading. It's a lot, but then again, you know, much needed help on my end after reading for 3 hours straight. Okay. So Spirit, thank you for your presence. Thank you for divine downloads tonight. Thank you for activating my moon in Pisces. Yeah. Got a lot of Pisces getting triggered right now. It's a lunar return for me. So if I get a little emotional or way out in the ethers for you, it's my natal moon in Pisces talking to you. Or maybe my black moon Lilith in Pisces. Who knows? We'll see what comes out tonight. Jupiter in Pisces I have as well. So we'll see what comes out. I've been mixing these up pretty good. And so what we're going to do, I don't know if you can see this over here. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. I might have to put more lights on it as the night goes. Who's first? Well, that looks like we have Pisces first. Fabulous Pisces. Okay. Well, why not? You know, Pisces, I just got done talking about us getting triggered. All right. We're, by the way, let me say this. Special reading tonight. We're doing a special 6-card spread. You'll see as we go. Okay. But back to Pisces. And where are we at? We're at 7:15 timestamp for Pisces. Okay. Pisces, this full moon is impacting your first house. The sun right now is in your 7th. This is especially relevant, most relevant for Pisces rising. Obviously, the most accurate is looking at your natal chart, okay? But this is a general reading. That being so, what we're looking at is something about yourself is being released. Maybe the way you're coming across to other people, your reputation, your persona out in the world, the way people see you, and you're letting something go, okay, with that Tower card. Something, maybe you're like, you know what, this doesn't fit me. This is not authentic to who I am. This is not who I want to be. This is not what I want to embody, okay? You are releasing, letting go something having to do with yourself or the way that people see you, okay? And the sun right now is putting a spotlight on your partnership, so perhaps something about long-term committed relationships, marriage, business partnerships, agreements, something along those lines is really highlighting that perhaps something about yourself, you're going to have to let something go about yourself because of something in these relationships that's being illuminated, okay? Or I should say the relationships are illuminating this about you, okay? So, wow, these cards are like all over. And I'm going to say for Pisces, are you feeling that you are getting scattered? Getting, you know, I don't know why I'm hearing all systems go. All systems go. Okay, whatever that means. Somebody maybe needs to take it down a few notches. I don't know what that's about, okay? But we're gonna find out the action that you need to take right now. Well, this might have to do with an Aquarius with the Star card. For some of you, it might also have to do with losing faith in something, having doubt in something. I'll have to clarify that, okay? And how you're feeling about this right now, I think that you feel that something is unfair, that somebody is not being accountable, or that something is not fair. And then what needs to change is maybe dropping burdens, one-sided giving, taking on more than you can bear, okay? Carrying the load for someone else. And what you're being challenged with right now is maybe a lack of courage, a lack of confidence. For some of you, maybe a Leo is relevant, or an issue of not having the discipline as well. And what you value, wow, that's a strange message I'm going to have to clarify as well. This might have to do with home, family. I'm getting something about disharmony and a breakdown of communication. Somebody going through kind of a difficult transition in life right now. And what you need to release, Hangman in reverse. Somebody may be hanging on to a fantasy that's keeping them stuck. Somebody that is just not... they're stuck and they're not getting forward. I'm getting a lot of stuck energy with those last two cards, because they're maybe having a difficult time accepting something as it is, okay? Well, there's something in terms of communication, being able to articulate issues. That's what you value. That's what you care about, is people being able to really be logical. But perhaps there's been a breakdown of that right now. What is this that you feel is unfair? What is the emotion attached to this for Pisces? Somebody's not feeling safe here, and again, I'm getting a home and a family situation, a dynamic with that energy. And so, as far as what you need to release, let's see for Pisces, what is, all right, I'm getting several here falling out for you. Surrender to prayer, surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And the other card is give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and the answers and support will arrive. Yeah, it seems to me, Pisces, that right now there's possibly an Aquarian or a Leo that is relevant. There are home and family issues possibly coming up as well. There's some issue with burden sharing, okay? But there's some stuck energy because somebody doesn't have the confidence, or I'm hearing the wherewithal. There's been a breakdown of communication, I think, and somebody needs to have the confidence and the courage to just step up and say, let's face reality, let's be logical about this, let's have the courage to look at what's fair and sensible in this situation. Because right now you need to have your faith in something restored, it seems. You might have lost your sense of ambition about something, or your faith that something is going to work out. And it might have to do with a soulmate. So, deep stuff, Pisces. Let's see who is next? Scorpio. Oh, we're getting the water signs tonight. Okay, and we are at timestamp 15:15 for Scorpio. And let's have a look at what's going on with Scorpio right now. What does Scorpio need and want to know? Show me, Spirit. Please show me. Please show me, Spirit. Please show me clearly what does Pisces need, want to know. Sorry, I said Pisces. We've moved on to Scorpio. My bad. Okay, Scorpio, this full moon is hitting your 5th house, having to do with creative ventures, fun, dating, romance, children, childhood, innocence. Okay, what are you creating, Scorpio? What are you creating? But perhaps something is being released with your dating life, with fun creative ventures, projects, maybe household projects for some of you. Releases something having to do with your childhood or your children. And right now, the sun is in your 11th house of all things Aquarius. So perhaps friend groups, colleagues, your ideals, your ambitions are putting the spotlight on what needs to be released, what needs to change favorably for you in terms of your 5th house matters. Let's see what the cards have to say about this for Scorpio. And the action that you need to take right now is pretty quick action, okay? Some of you, I don't know, it's just like, I very just do it, okay? I don't know. Is this like, this is impulsive behavior? This is, some of you, let me say, that could be a move, okay? That Knight of Wands might be moving house, moving locations. Others of you, it's like the wham bam, thank you ma'am type of energy. And so some of you, you need to step out in more of a fearless way. You know, you need to follow your passions. You need to go have fun. But again, there's something about this that is you're having to let go of with this full moon in your 5th house, okay? And wow, that's interesting. Pisces just got that in reverse. So how you feel about it? I just heard it's high time. It's about time, okay? Something about this is the right thing to do. This is the logical thing to do. This is the appropriate action. Some of you feel like this is kind of fated. And I think you're loving this decision, to be honest with you. I really feel like you're loving this decision, okay? Whatever it is in terms of the action that you're having to take, to just kind of step out in your passion, right? And then what you need to change is Knight of Swords. Well, yeah, maybe you did take decisive action in the past, but you were coming more from a mental space than a passionate heart space, okay? And so perhaps you need to really, that's kind of an odd, I'm getting an odd thing here, all right? There's a lot of heavy emphasis on the swords with this. I'm seeing a lot of logic energy, okay? And perhaps a Libra as well, relevant, by the way. Possibly a decision. I'm getting a lot of decisions going on here and a lot of logic in your head, but, you know, Spirit is saying you need to just follow your passion, okay? I think that some of you are checking in with your head first, like, is this right? Is this fair? Is this just? That is a very interesting message, okay? And the challenges that you're dealing with right now have to do with happiness. What's going to fill up your cup? What is your wish fulfillment? I'm being brought back to this. What are you passionate about? What's going to make you happy and have a sense of fulfillment at the end of the day? What you value? That is an interesting card there. Are you, wait, that's, I gotta wrap my head around that. You value being able to hold yourself back if you make up your mind that that's what you want to do for whatever reason. What you need to release, something about the give and take, something about generosity and what's given to you at this time. Let me see. I have to get clarification on that Eight of Swords because it's quite a bizarre message to me. You got a lot here. There's this issue of justice, okay? And accepting things as they are, feeling like this is my lot in life, this is what's fair. It's something about tradition or the way it is, or again, karma, okay? It's very, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't entirely understand that. Please clarify. Closure, something ending, okay? Well, it sounds to me like some of you, you could be moving on to a new relationship, leaving one behind, and you're feeling good about that, okay? You're feeling like, I'm done with this last thing. I'm done with this. And I like being able to hold myself back from somebody and not feel like I have to give myself to someone or something if I don't want to. If I've made up my mind that I don't want to do this, then I'm not gonna do it, okay? You like having the freedom to bump out if you need to bump out, but again, I'm kind of getting some vibe off of these cards that you need to release who you're giving to on a mental level, like what makes sense, okay? And I have a hard time saying that as an air sign, okay? Because I think people don't think enough, right? That's why the world is in a lot of problem, okay? Like, I'm not going to be the reader to tell you to get out of your head. But it does seem like the cards are kind of saying, get more into your heart, Scorpio. What is going to make you happy? What lights you up inside? That needs to override all of these head-based decisions of, I made up my mind and this is what I'm doing because I think this is the right thing to do. But do you feel good about it? Okay. Let me see if we can get any further clarification. Surrender to procrastination. Well, this was your action, and this is, of all the cards, this is the one who's not going to procrastinate, okay? Like, whatever this is that you need to end and let go of, that you've been giving yourself to, or you don't want to give to anymore, you need to stop putting it off, seems to be the message. It's time to, shut it down, okay? This card says now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So I hope that has helped you, Scorpio. And let me clean up my mess here real quick. So I got a good one. I got a good little mess going here because I'll be straight with you. That spread there for Scorpio threw me for a bit of a loop. I really had to kind of go the extra mile to clarify that because I was just like, what? It happens sometimes, All right, let's see who is next. For those of you who just are tuning in, we've done Pisces and Scorpio in that order. And who is next? Aquarius! Woohoo! Alright, 2510, Aquarius. Thank you for those of you who are time stamping, okay? Well, Aquarius, particularly Aquarius risings, okay? This is impacting, this full moon is impacting our second house, okay? Having to do with personal income, personal resources, possessions, values, self-worth. So there's something you're having to release with those matters. And right now the sun is in the 8th house, another money house, this time having to do with other people's money, other people's resources, shared resources. Could be through, you know, a spouse's income or generational wealth, inheritance. In some cases, it could be people that you share a house with, you know, house sharing, things like that. It's also about intimacy. It's also about trust. And it can also have to do with sex, death, taxes, all these dark things, okay? So I think generally speaking, it's pretty safe to say money issues are really getting lit up for the Aquarius risings right now. I'm not an Aquarius rising, but damn, I feel that. I feel that, yeah. But let's see what the cards have to say for Aquarius. And one more shuffle for Aquarius. And what I'm seeing is that the action you need to take right now is to avoid some kind of fallout. Yeah, with those money houses, absolutely. You're probably treading on thin water, I'm sorry to say. Okay. Avoid a fallout. Not a fan of that. I think that you're aware of it and you're trying to do that. But you know, Tower is major arcana, and that's indicating that there are things going on external in the spirit realm and in the collective that are out of your control, might be making you feel kind of small and powerless right now, and the best you can do is try to hold it together, okay? How you feel about this right now? King of Swords, I think you're on your A game. I mean, I think you know. You know what the situation is. You know what you need to do. I think you're taking a very logical, strategic approach. And maybe trying to not get so emotional about it at this time, because you know you gotta try to avoid a fallout, okay? What needs to change? Well, what you're investing in, okay? I'm going to clarify that in a moment, but something has been going on for a very, very long time, and you've been investing in something maybe that is taking longer to bear fruit than what you had bargained on, and something's got to shift, right? He's been pouring into this, you know, watering this, giving it sunlight, weeding it for how long, and he needs it to bear fruit, but is it there yet? That's kind of, that's really the challenge, okay? Things need to start bearing fruit, okay? And the challenges that you're dealing with right now is you've already been through the ringer with the 9 of Wands. I do see that you're holding strong. You've invested a lot. You know what you got to do. You're holding the course. The problem is with 9 of Wands, You've been through a lot of trials and tribulations. You can be very guarded at this time because you're just like, listen, I'm still standing, but by the grace of God, and you're not blowing me over, okay? Look at the look in her face. She's kind of looking down on this situation like, no, you're not going to take me down. I'm not going to be taken down by this. What you value? Seven of Wands. You value people being able to stand firm, hold the course, go the distance. Seven of Wands can sometimes represent like being defensive and not opening up to something, but I really feel right now intuitively in this spread, this is like holding your peace when things are coming at you. People seem to be against you, and yes, I gotta say this, T. Witten, cover your ears. I know you can't stand it, but I gotta say it. For the rest of you, for my Aquarians, right? You know, this is Saturn in Aquarius right now. A lot of Aquarians are feeling that squeeze, that crunch, the limitations, the being taken to task, the being misunderstood, all the karma, okay? And so, you know, all this Saturnian energy that's hemming you in, fencing you in, you value people who can remain poised under pressure. Being able to hold your peace despite the adversity, the conflict, the people and things and circumstances coming at you, seemingly. But what you need to release right now, Ace of Wands. Wow. I see at the foundation, Six of Swords. Moving on, I think you've got to let go, leave behind some emotional difficulties. It might be that friends are, you know, what can help you. I'm not real happy with that Ace of Wands, though, in terms of what you're having to let go, because there's something maybe that you were hoping that you were going to get a brand new beginning. It might have been a new sexual union, might have been a new creative venture, something that you were passionate about, but I just heard back burner, okay? I don't know that it's necessarily a forever. I'm hearing delay is not denial. So, you know, there's something that maybe you thought you were going to get started, okay? That something was going to take off faster, but it got back burnered, okay? And you just gotta let that go for now, okay? You gotta let it go, and you gotta move out of troubled waters, okay? So, negative thinking. I do see her mind kind of ablaze right there in that card. Is like, you know, and we do that. We we think, we ruminate, we vent. You know, we're air signs. Somebody might have you a bit hot-headed right now, okay? And you are maybe not feeling good about it, okay? And I'm not going to tell you to not feel how you feel. I'm not going to invalidate your feelings or tell you to suppress or deny them, but especially not now. But this card is saying you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly focus on positive affirmations. Well, I mean, I am not the kind of person to just, you know, I don't think positive affirmations fixes everything, right? But I would like to say, just in addition to this card message, I think that you're going to have to start getting solutions oriented, okay? I mean, yeah, there's a time and a place to kind of ruminate and vent and give yourself that. and then just start moving on to solutions. Okay, so like, what do I do with this? What is the constructive solution to this problem? Get in a problem solving mindset, if at all possible. I want to tap more into what's going on with these emotions. Like, what are you feeling? I am picking up on anger, negativity, and again, maybe it's rightly so, because I think you put a lot of yourself into something. You invested a lot of yourself into something, and you kind of been through a lot. All right, you've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, so I don't blame you for being angry here. But I feel like you're clear within yourself. Maybe you're not. Maybe somebody else is. I'm getting a dynamic here that there's all this going on around you. You're clear within yourself, but all this bullshit is going on. I'm getting fingers pointed. He said, she said. Misunderstandings. This says disoriented, bewildered, puzzled. I don't know if like you feel like you know within yourself what you said, what you meant, what you want, fill in the blank. You're clear, but you got all this energy going on around you, which would make total sense given this full moon in Pisces right now. A lot of people are feeling confused at this time. Maybe people are confused around you, or they're trying to confuse you, especially if you're like getting very pointed and like, yeah, this is what's going on. You want me to clarify? I'm going to clarify. I'm going to give you a PowerPoint spreadsheet about what the hell's going on up in here. And people are like, no, it's over like that. Don't look at me. That's not what's going on. And rumination, okay? Hot-headed. It might be pissing you off because you done had it. She ain't got time for it. All right? Let me go back to this, what you value in this situation. What is it that Aquarius values in this situation? I think people who can hold their peace despite adversity, okay? Well, Scorpio got this as well, accepting your portion in life, submitting to life's circumstances. Honestly, I feel like, and you also got freedom as well. You want to be free to direct your own course in life, to be free to take action, to be free to speak frankly and openly about what you're thinking. But I do feel that some of you are coming from this mindset of, well, that's life. Shit comes at you. You want to hear my sob story? No, you don't. So we all have one. Can we get on with it? Can we just like, can we be constructive? Can we be helpful? Oh, you're confused? Here, let me help clarify this. But I don't know. I think I just heard runaround. Somebody's been getting the runaround, and at this point, it might be taking all your willpower not to pop off on some people and to hold your peace, or for them to hold their peace, because you might be coming across as being seen as confrontational, confronting things that people really do not want called out right now. And so I think, it's time to kind of move on from the emotional turmoil. Try to find some constructive solutions, Aquarius. And that might mean that you have to do that apart from others, particularly when we're talking about personal and shared resources with the 2nd and 8th houses. I hope that helped. Okay, let's move on, see who is next. And for those just joining in, we've done Pisces, Scorpio, and Aquarius in that order, and now we have Libra up next. So Libra, this full moon is hitting your 6th house of your daily habits, health routines, your work life, the mundane, okay? And right now the sun is in your 12th house, having to do with the supernatural, the spiritual, the hidden realm, the subconscious. It might, also have to do with some spotlight being put on your life right now, having to do with hospitals, jails, institutions, okay? This is particularly relevant for Libra risings, okay? If you're Libra rising, when I talk about the astrology, this is most relevant for Libra rising, okay? So let's see what the cards have to say. And I just got the Justice card that popped out. That's your energy, right? That card represents you, but it can also represent sowing and reaping. It can represent a legal situation. Wow, these cards are really getting chatty right now, okay? 5 of Swords, you probably didn't agree with somebody about some options and somebody decided to hold back, and it could be a Pisces is involved. I see a lot of disappointment here, a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities, a lot of anxiety. And this might be in the workplace, but I get a lot about healing. I get that as well. So some of you are needing to release these fears, doubts, insecurities, okay, with this full moon. It's very important for you to do that. Let's see what the cards have to say for Libra. I forgot to mention the timestamp for Libra, so I think we started about 40 minutes. Yeah, somewhere around there, okay? Libra, right now the action that you need to take, it has to do with your past. It may have to do with your children, but it also might have to do with your past. Something that perhaps you've been nostalgic about. I will clarify that. And how you feel about it with the Lover's card, Gemini might be relevant, but I think that you're feeling quite committed and bonded to this. Okay, I think that there's a lot of investment in this decision. Okay, what needs to change? It may have to do with defensiveness. Okay, I will clarify. And the challenges that you're dealing with right now, it has to do with healing. I told you, 6, 12 houses. We're talking about healing something. So, what you value. King of Wands might be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but I'm also getting this energy of somebody being really empowered, okay? Like some of you, it might be entrepreneurship as well, okay? If right now you're having to let go of your vocation, okay? Because we're talking about 6th house, something going on in the workplace. Some of you are maybe coming to a place of, I think I value entrepreneurship. I think I value taking more of a leadership role in my life. If not being an entrepreneur, then being a boss, okay? Taking more leadership role. If neither of those things fit, I am seeing having more of an overcoming spirit, okay, an ability to overcome adversity. That's what you value. But what you're having to release right now with the 5 of Wands is a lot of conflict, battle of wills, adversity going on. Yes, maybe in your day-to-day life, maybe in the workplace, maybe within yourself about, what it is that you are doing. Please tell me, what is this about that needs to be released? Oh, whoa. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. Please show me clearly what Libra needs to release. I doubted myself there, you know? I did. And there it is, self-esteem, surrender, low self-esteem. I just heard you can do this. And here's surrender to complete healing, all right? Some of you, maybe you are feeling called to step into a leadership role, and if you're really being honest with yourself, that's what you want and that's what you value. But you need to get healed, okay? You need to open up to healing it. And this is in the challenged position, okay, with this healing. I think the healing that needs to occur is with your self-esteem, your ability to know that if you want to boss up independently or in an organization, that you've got the ability to do that. This card is saying you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. And just because people are not cooperating with you, maybe in a group dynamic, in the workplace possibly, or just some on the day-to-day, okay, or some spiritual conflict you're having within yourself, I mean, just because there's some kind of adversity or misalignments does not mean that you're not supposed to step into this role and this value system, okay? Or to embrace having more of that in your life. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing is what that card is saying. Let me go back to this value, what you value issue. It could be an actual fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm also seeing a Gemini might be relevant. What is Libra value? And you know, as an air sign, y'all are very compatible with fellow air signs and also fire signs. Air and fire tend to go very well together, so very compatible, but I'm not understanding, like, all right. Self-discipline, well, that's the thing. You know, in order to take this leadership role or to have this type of person in your life, there's got to be self-discipline here. But that's going to require conformity, self-restraint, resistance to temptation. Somebody who's got mastery over their passions. They don't let their passions run them. They run their passions. Have you partnered with somebody? Or are you desiring to partner with somebody in business? I am feeling like you've gotten irritated with a decision that you've made. Like you have aligned yourself with someone who's irritating you, and this is not the first time, right? You gotta let this go, right? This isn't what you have to release this. Why people are agitating, irritating. They are not in alignment with, you know, where you desire to go. It's almost like you are needing to take more of a leadership role to be the healer. I know it's maybe not what you want to hear. Some of you healing it is just recognizing this is a misalignment, and I'm gonna have to walk away. There's something about your past that you need to take action on, Libra, with the Six of Cups, and again, it might have to do with your children. It might also have to do with a habit that you formed on the day-to-day when you were young. It's almost like childhood conditioning is what I'm getting out of this. Some kind of childhood conditioning that it's a part of your personality that you're having to realize. you're going to have to let it go. A way of, there we go. This is about marriage, family. It's also about ideals. Getting a lot of cups here. And so I'm really sensing that this could be a marriage from the past, children from the past as well. It's almost like you need to assert yourself in terms of your goals, your ideals. What is your version of happily ever after? And for some of you, it's way more specific. It is, going after, this is deep, like a marriage, okay? A marriage and family dynamic that goes way back. There's a lot of history here, or maybe you romanticized it, or you idealized it. Getting a lot of idealism and nostalgia with that card, but you got to take some action on it. What needs to change is you or somebody around you has been resisting making plans on and doing this. It's more that Wands energy of asserting yourself and really taking action. I hope this has made sense to you. It seemed a little bit all over the place, but some of you, I hope that you were able to connect the dots and understand the meaning for yourself. I think you've got the ability to rise up and be a leader in a situation, be a healer, a change maker, but you've got to have the courage and confidence to do that. You got to make it happen. And I put out a video yesterday talking about the astrology and how if you're going to step out and do anything, if you need to take action on something, now's the time to do it and release whatever's standing in your way with this full moon. Whatever's standing in your way of that new beginning, which, by the way, we got new beginnings coming in with that new moon in Libra. New relationships, new beginnings and relationships coming in on the 25th. And over the next month and a half is a time to stop procrastinating, take some action, because it's going to get harder, all right? And particularly once Mars goes into retrograde October 30th for the remainder of the year, now's the time. Don't resist taking action. That's what needs to change. I hope I've helped you. And let's move on. For those of you who are just now joining in, I have done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra in that order, and now we have Aries, lovely Aries at timestamp 5258. And Aries, for you, this full moon, particularly Aries rising, this full moon is illuminating your 12th house. The hidden realm, the subconscious, the dream world, spirituality. Can also have to do with, confinement, like prisons, hospitals, needing to kind of pull back and heal and deal with self-sabotage, hidden enemies, things of that nature. It can also have to do with the dream world. So, might have already said that, yeah. Aries, I think with this full moon, there's something that you're having to release, having to do with your spirituality, your subconscious, maybe something that has been driving you subconsciously that you're having to recognize and release. Maybe also people around you, and you start figuring out, this person's really not my friend. They don't give really good advice, or they're not really in my corner. Hidden enemies, right? There's something having to be released along those lines. And right now, the sun is in your 6th house, having to do with your day-to-day life. So the spotlight is really getting put on what you're doing out in the world, in the mundane realm, with your work habits, your routines, your vocation, your health habits as well. Might even have to do with pets, if you have any. Yeah, that's this house, okay? So in some way also, maybe what's going on in your day-to-day life is putting some kind of pressure or focus on what's going on in that hidden realm, that private realm, okay? That's what the cards have to say for Aries. Not the foundation. You got 10 of Wands. Some of you have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of burdens. There's some kind of heaviness that you are dealing with. And the action you need to take right now, well, Aquarius got this, avoiding a fallout. There's some kind of, I'm hearing something about a misstep, a mishap, misstep, avoiding something like that. And how you feel about it. I think there's some kind of a bit of withdrawal, honestly, with the Hermit card. This could be right now you are very much pulling back with this hitting your 12th house. You're kind of like going within, trying to get some spiritual guidance, some discernment, to really tap into your own inner wisdom and find that inner light, find that inner truth. Some of you feeling maybe a bit solitude, I gotta say. Feeling kind of almost in a monk mode. What needs to change? Page of Wands, it's this very restless type of energy. It's this, you know, I don't know, I'm getting like a bee buzzing around is what I'm getting, like something like that, and somebody needs to slow their roll. I think that you are, okay, but this is also a very mentally restless or verbally restless energy, because pages are often about messages, communication. So something about the way things get communicated is very, I'm hearing thoughtless, okay, even though I'm not seeing that in the reverse. I'm getting, it's, I don't know that it's intended to be harmful at all. That's probably why it's not in the reverse, but it's a kind of, there's an innocence to it. Pages can be under 30. This might be a child or somebody younger than you. But the challenges right now is healing this and finding balance, okay? And also really tuning into spiritual guidance, because Temperance is about, you know, being able to hear in the angelic realm, being able to pay attention to those intuitive nudges that Spirit's giving you. What you value, though, is I think you like the in and out. I think you like this buzzing around. Okay, honestly, I think this is your energy. And some of you, I'm getting something about non-committal, like not getting tied down, you know, and being able to just have fun and go after whatever pleasures you in the moment. And I can't say I blame you for that. But there's pros and cons to that, right? I mean, that can only go so far. Right? So what you gotta let go of is there's some karmic lesson here, okay? There might have been something that it was just a sowing and reaping situation where, and now there's heaviness, you know, at the foundation because of this. Now you're having to kind of release some karmic issue. Might be a karmic relationship that you met somebody I'm getting a lot of player energy here with these the page and the knight. A lot of in and out. Now somebody's in solitude and dealing with a lot of heaviness and trying to avoid a fallout. Wow, Aquarius got this as well. Negative thinking, surrender it, let it go, and surrender to divine timing. I think that you might have met somebody and thought, oh, we're just playing and we're having fun, okay? But this was actually, you were supposed to meet this person. There's a lesson that the two of you were supposed to learn from each other. And this is all very karmic, okay? It was for a time such as this. The card says, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. This is a lot of egoic, by the way, very egoic type of energy here. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, right? This is somebody who wants it now. If it's not manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow, okay? Trust the universal flow. But the negative thinking is what you've got to let go of. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So I am hearing right now, the time is now, which I think is a very favored saying for Aries, you know. The time is now. I know an Aries who used to say that to me. Y'all love that. The time is now, right? This energy. But I almost feel like Spirit is saying, no, actually, the time is now for maybe something different than what you had intended. Like maybe you thought this and that, okay? Or listen, if that's not you, flip it. Flip the energy, okay? But there's something deeper going on. And I'm going to go back to this 12th and 6th house. Like what you think is like, or they think is going on the day-to-day, humdrum, mundane life, not really reading a whole lot of into it. In the spiritual realm, there's a lot of depth going on. You are not just meeting this person for, you know, a wham bam thank you ma'am or a fun time or whatever. This is might actually be a divine appointment, okay? And something about this, something about karma, divine timing, divine appointments has possibly gotten you into a negative headspace. I don't know, or somebody else. I just heard you're reading too much into it. You know, you might think other people are reading too much into it, or they think you're reading too much into it. But we're coexisting with the spirit realm in our everyday lives, and that's what the sun and the moon right now in your 6th and 12th houses are illuminating and highlighting. I think that something happened here that put you in the hermit mode, okay? Put you into just kind of wanting to scale back, withdraw. Somebody might have gotten resentful about somebody coming in kind of cocky. You know, this is a real confident, cocky type of attitude. And again, I think there's a time and a place for this, right? There's a time and a place for this, but somebody is tired now, I think. And maybe there's some resentment as well about, I don't know what that is, but there's some anxiety, okay? And I think something suddenly happened that puts you in a, wait a minute, what's going on here? Some kind of anxiety. Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer might be relevant. Got a lot of cards. Yeah, some of you, I mean, what you value is having your freedom, okay? I think you are, you know, you also want to be able to influence situations and to live a very self-directed life and to keep things private that you want to keep private. If you don't want to open up and divulge to certain people all your whereabouts and agendas and whatnot, I mean, you want to do that. Some of you also very focused on achieving certain things right now. Your place in society, okay, or trying to empower yourself more in terms of status, okay, in terms of having stability, security. But I do believe some of you are also coming into this place of valuing more of a spiritual life. I think that this time of the full moon is causing you to pull back, look more within, and to realize something in your day-to-day life is maybe, you know, something going on in your day-to-day life has caused you to realize you're going to have to let something go on a spiritual level or a subconscious level, and perhaps it might be practicing more moderation, okay? Practicing more moderation might be it, because I think that right now, you know, you're being divinely guided to avoid some kind of a fallout and to balance things out and heal and listen more, make more spirit-led decisions. Because I think something has happened that has kind of given you cause for pause. There might have been a separation, an ending, and there's something about it that has become heavy or caused you to just look within. I hope that that has been a help, what I've said for Aries. And we are going to move on to the next sign. Those of you who are just now joining, let me say that we have done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Aries in that order, and we're now doing the next sign, which is Capricorn, at timestamp 6727. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, this full moon is impacting your third house, having to do with siblings, neighbors, what's going on in your local community, short distance travel, people that you deal with on the day-to-day, might be communications. For some of you, maybe like elementary school, primary school level might be relevant. It's also a house having to do with the facts, what you know, okay? But right now the sun is in your ninth house, having to do with long distance travel, with what you believe, okay? And it's higher learning, higher education, and that just came out with the World card, something ending, something coming to culmination. Perhaps some of you are finishing up, studying something, learning something, or you're realizing that a certain belief system you've held is incomplete, or no, I'm hearing obsolete, okay? It's ending, like you are shutting the book on that. I don't believe that anymore, or I believe that, but then this, okay? And it's something that might go all the way back to your childhood, something that you've believed for a long time. Others of you, this is about children. Your children might be relevant. Beliefs having to do with your children, but now you're having to release the way that you are communicating to children. If you have more than one, right? These are siblings, not just one child, several. Again, I'm getting Tower in reverse of you trying to avoid some kind of conflict or fallout. Aries has gotten that. Aquarius has gotten that. That's an interesting card that keeps coming out. And some of you, you know, maybe you are avoiding some kind of change. Or you know that you need to make some changes, but you're afraid of it, okay? Some of you also, you're clinging on to something that is just inevitably going to fall out. I'm sorry to say, like, what I'm getting, this is about beliefs. I think that facts are coming forth. And you're realizing those facts are no longer, you know, valid. You're having to let go of what you know. And there's a spotlight on what you believe, or a higher knowledge, a higher knowing of, yes, well, those were the facts, but now this is the truth, because something is being shown to you as this is the truth, the whole truth. And so you're having to let go of what you thought you knew. All right. Again, though, if I'm getting something about children, might be the way that you're communicating to your children if you have any children. Let's see what the cards have to say about this for Capricorn. What do the cards have to say? And at the foundation, this is the fourth time this has come out tonight, and twice for you, okay? I really feel, Capricorn, that there's something. Are you avoiding something? And with the Tower, this is major arcana. This is spirit coming in like, look, this has to change. This belief system, it doesn't work anymore. If it ever did, you know. Maybe you're right about these things, but something's not stacking up anymore. There's some kind of fear of change, or like I said, or you just don't want it. It's not what you want, and I'm sorry, you know, we're talking about major arcana. This is spirit stepping in, saying, no, this is for your spiritual growth. You need this. This needs to happen. We can't let you climb this mountain. It's not for your good. We can't let you stay on this course. It's derailing you from your path. That's really what I'm getting here. The action that you need to take right now with the Two of Wands is you need to make a decision. You need to make a choice. You need to start making plans, and who you're going to partner with in order to bring those decisions and plans to pass. But what you're feeling right now, holy crap, is a lot of emotion. Some of you, very suppressed emotions with that Moon card. A lot of fears, doubts, insecurities that need to be released at the time of this full moon, okay? And what needs to change is Eight of Cups, and this is about being emotionally detached. I am really getting like you have to tune into this, as emotional as it is tonight for some of you. You have to feel this. You have to like really sit with these feelings, because this kind of emotionally detaching from things is, if that's what you've been doing, that's what needs to change, okay? And the challenges right now with the Ace of Pentacles might have to do with getting a new solid beginning. That might have to do with the tangible realm. For some of you, it might have to do with getting a new home, a new job, a new something, okay? That has to do with the material, tangible realm, okay? For others of you, this is about establishing trust, having security and stability in a relationship, a new beginning with a relationship, okay? And yet what I'm seeing here, that you value is something from the past. And again, it might be clinging on to the good old days, which, if we're all being honest with ourselves, there's always been good and bad with everything. I don't know that things are ever perfect, right? Again, I'm seeing something with children or childhood and somebody reminiscing about the good old days. That, just be honest with yourself. Be fair, right, about how good it was. And I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying, don't look at things with rose-tinted glasses. Well, what you need to release, and that's a mother figure, okay? So I'm definitely seeing a mother and a child now. Some of you, it might be, having growth in a relationship, having some evolution to that relationship. I am seeing Pisces is maybe relevant, Taurus, Aries, possibly relevant. Seeing a mother and a child here, seeing possibly a new home. But there are a lot of emotions, I think, that are being suppressed, and somebody needs to stop disconnecting. Somebody actually needs to feel them and let them flow through them. It's an odd message about the Empress. Oh my gosh, so much that you need to let go of is what I'm getting here. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. And surrender to play. Well, Capricorn, sometimes I'll work, no play, right? I know a Capricorn. I don't like vacationing with her, because when I go on vacation with her, it's like get out the itinerary. It's check. I'm like, oh man, I just want to lounge by the pool and forget about the clock. Can we do that? Maybe you need to do this, okay? Maybe you need to do this before the summer is over, Capricorn. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Some of you wants to nurture something. You want something to grow, but I'm being told that right now is, let it be, okay? You want to nurture and allow something to grow, but right now, your soul's path is on another track, and it's time to loosen up and let it go. Yeah, T. Witten saying, if you have to ask, the answer is yes. He is a louse. Oh, that's a new word, T. Witten. That's a new word. So, what Capricorn values? What does Capricorn value? Something from your past, okay? You might be getting to a place, though, as you reminisce about the past, you are coming into a more mature understanding of life. And you're really beginning to value this. And it could be also with your kids. If this is involving kids, maybe you want your kids to come into a more mature understanding of life. To realize, maybe why you didn't play when you should have. all work and no play, right? Things like that. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's you. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it, right? But let's look at these emotions here that you're feeling right now. Just show me for Capricorn. Capricorn. I think outwardly, you know, you're coming across very respectful. Remember, I said there's some kind of suppression going on, all right? So outwardly, you know, you're doing the perception management that y'all are so good at. You know how I know I got 2 Capricorn parents? Yeah, I know about perception management. But here's what's going on under the surface, right? Like if we penetrate beneath the surface of that water, right? A lot of grief. I'm sorry, Capricorn. Yeah, maybe you are heartbroken about something. Also frustrated as well. Angry, pissed off about some things. But I think that you look like you're holding it together pretty well on the surface of things, but beneath the surface, it doesn't look very tidy, okay? And honestly, maybe that's not helping you. Actually, maybe you just like cut loose. You stop, like, just for, I don't know, a hot second. Just don't manage the perception, Capricorn. Just drop this, right? There's a time and a place for that, but I really feel like this needs to get healed. This needs to get dealt with as best as possible, because, right, what needs to change is you disconnecting from all of that stuff and putting up this front, or somebody's doing that to you. It's probably pissing you off because you're like, hey, let's talk about this. Why are you walking off? Why are you walking away? Why are you shutting down? Let's talk about it. That needs to change. But the action that you need to take right now, you need to get a new beginning. And again, with the Ace of Wands, what's going to make you happy? What are you passionate about? Some of you feeling pretty inadequate, I think, in terms of maybe you feel like you can't really show all this stuff that's going on beneath the surface. But the advice here is that that's got to change. You know, get messy, get sloppy, be disorderly. You know? But yeah, some of you avoiding that fallout. That came out right twice for y'all. That's wild. That's all I have to say, Capricorn, for tonight. I hope that I've answered your questions on what needs to be released and what action you need to take right now. We are going to move on, and we'll see what sign is next once I clear up my space. And I see some of y'all been chatting. That's good. Thanks for joining in, Spirit. Spirit says hi, everyone. And hi back at you. And I regret I haven't been more chatty with y'all during this reading, but I don't know. I was thinking about that today, that I want to go live and just chat with y'all sometime, but let's get on with the next sign. And for those of you who are just now joining, I've done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Capricorn in that order. And the next sign that we are doing is Taurus. So we're going to have Taurus at timestamp 8420. Okay? Let's see what is going on with Taurus. And I'm a Taurus rising, so I'm looking forward to this reading. And you know, for us, this full moon is hitting our 11th house of all things Aquarius. Hopes, wishes, dreams, aspirations, soulmates, friends, colleagues, a lot of stuff, right? Ideals, did I say that? But this popped out. There's some kind of walking away, leaving something behind, emotionally disconnecting. And the sun right now is in your 5th house, having to do with fun, dating, romance, maybe children, your childhood, also your creative projects. So some of you very much focused on your kids right now, as am I. Or you're focused on getting your creative projects going, right? I'm trying to get my channel, you know, moving forward better, right? That's why I have these, my little signs, like, you know, I got my little signs up and about my private readings being available and my tip jar and all of that. So, now let's see if I can put that in better view. Yet it seems with this full moon in Pisces hitting our 11th house, it could be something about an Aquarian that you're having to release, something about friend groups or aspirations, ideals that you're just kind of having to let go at this time. And I've definitely been sitting with that myself and processing, like, the imperfection of this reality, right? That we just kind of have to go with the flow and what the universe seems to kind of throw our way. And sometimes, a lot of times, what the universe throws our way is not what we had idealized, not what we had hoped, wished for. For some of you, it might be about a soulmate as well, that you're having to kind of close a chapter on a soulmate, or the way that you are relating to soulmates, friends, colleagues, okay? Getting a page of wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be a fire sign, maybe under 30 or younger than you. It's also a very mentally restless energy. And for some of you, it might have to do with a job application. For some of you. We'll see if it pops up again and if there's any relevance. Let's see what the cards have to say for Taurus. At the foundation, you have the High Priestess. So, there is some kind of deep knowing, using your intuition, using your discernment about a situation, you needing to use this full moon in Pisces to do that. High Priestess is very reserved. She might know something, but she's not talking, right? Her mouth isn't open. She's not running her mouth about stuff. She's really pulling back and tuning into spirit. And she's closing her eyes. She's kind of shutting out what's going on externally and really tuning into what's going on from within. I will also say that, you know, with this full moon in the 11th house and how that could in some way involve soulmates, even in the workplace, colleagues, okay, friend groups, there could be secrets going on that people are not telling you everything. People are holding back information. And I don't know that it's necessarily that they're trying to, like, be secretive, okay, hide things from you. It might simply be that you or they feel like now it's not the time to talk about this or bring this up. Somebody might feel like, this is what I need to do. And also, you know, again, if we're talking about soulmates, this could also be about clandestine relationships where you're not really... I'm getting things being unspoken. There's a lot being unspoken. Okay, Taurus. The action you need to take right now, Queen of Cups is having a more, you know, loving, empathic approach, coming in as that healer, that ideal wife, mother type of figure, being the empath, being the healer, the loving person that you are. A water sign might be relevant, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is also about having more of an emotionally secure approach to things. How you feel about it? Well, Knight of Swords, maybe had trouble sleeping. I know I have. I've been having trouble sleeping at night, big time. Some of you, if it's not like insomnia or bad dreams, you have been very worried about something. You've been, I'm getting a lot of negative thoughts swirling around in your head, like this dark cloud hovering over you of what is going to happen, what am I going to do, you know, this type of thing. What needs to change is Page of Pentacles, which could be your energy. It can also be another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Usually, you know, this is somebody under 30 or younger, but it can also be the way that things are getting communicated, okay? It could be that person, you know, or it could simply be the way that you are communicating. You need to maybe talk in a more solid, secure, again, I'm getting it over here about emotional security, financial security, something about security, okay? I don't know if I said pages can be children as well. So it might be a child, and I definitely got to bring that up with the sun in the 5th house. Some of you, there's going to be an offer that comes in, a job offer or a financial opportunity that's going to come in. I think you need to go on and seize it, okay? You need to maybe start putting yourself out there and communicating to people to generate opportunities or to give opportunities to others or to seize opportunities for yourself materially. But the challenge is that there's been a lot of trials and tribulations. There's been a lot of defensiveness. And this is kind of a very almost, I don't trust you type of energy. I've been to hell and back, and what are you bringing to me now? You know? I'm getting something again about security issues. Guarded, all right? And sorry if you can hear that. That's Miss Kitty has decided to dig into something, a box or something. Okay. Miss Kitty, stop it. All right. What you value. Well, I think that you want things to change favorably. I think you're wanting good fortune to come your way. Well, who doesn't, right? I mean, I can't blame you for that, right? But what you need to release right now, 4 of Swords, there's somebody not talking, not taking action, somebody kind of in, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to lay low, I'm going to heal my wounds. And again, there's a time and a place for that. But if it's like resulting in passivity to the point that it turns into this, where there's inertia, there's no change, this is not healthy. And I do feel that if this does not get released, this time of healing and, you know, healing the anxieties, healing the defensiveness, then yeah, this is gonna turn into this if it doesn't get healed, all right? And there's just gonna be some inertia going on, which is not gonna be good, all right? Let's see what the cards have to say about this that you need to release. What needs to be released for Taurus? Please show me. Surrender your need to always be right. I'm going to do a little personal sharing. As a Taurus rising, I've been in a conflict with a Taurus lately. Yeah, my Taurus daughter, okay? And I don't even know if she's watching right now. But I'm getting to this point in the conversation where it's like, could we stop arguing about who's right or wrong? Could we just talk about how to solve this problem? Can we do that? Can we just be constructive? This card is saying, give others the gift of letting them be right, be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. I've definitely felt that there's been bit of a stalemate, and I'm sharing this with y'all personally relating, right? Because, this is a Taurus reading, and I'm Taurus rising, and I've kind of had this situation with my Taurus daughter, right? And I'm just sharing, I have felt this rigidity, and I kid you not, in the conversation, I've been like, my God, do I do that? Because I'm double fixed. Am I rigid like this? Is stubborn bull, And the answer is yeah. Okay, so how do we loosen this up? How do we do this? We've got to drop this right fighting, okay? If you can get to a place where you're like, yeah, I was wrong. And you know what? I'm human. I'll probably be wrong again. Can we move on? Can we stop pointing out each other's flaws and failures? Can we just get to a place where we can take some action? Can we talk about something constructive here, solving the problem so that this doesn't, happen anymore? But what you value, well, obviously I think you want things to change, and I think you want things to change financially. Yes, in one respect, some of you, you might be wanting somebody to come back into your life. That was a lot. I'm going to try again, okay? You might be missing somebody from your past and hoping for a second chance with them or to hear back from them again. That's for some of you, not all of you. I think generally speaking, you just want success in your life. You want achievement. You have goals that you have your mind set on that you want to achieve. But I think you also want people to be generous with you materially, financially, but do it from an honest place, a sincerity, an honest heart, being really genuine about that they want to help you, not because they're trying to, give in order to get, but because that's what they really want to do that for you, okay? But these feelings that you're having right now with the anxiety, the worry, there's an issue of gratitude here that is stressing somebody out, not feeling that they are being appreciated, valued. It could go, both ways. And some of you are struggling as well to feel optimistic about your future or optimistic about what you're giving yourself to or sowing into. There's a lot of worry about, what am I giving myself to? What am I investing in? How long is this going to take for me? There is some issue here with generosity and benevolence, and it's weird because I'm getting one message of, particularly for you, that you want people to give without expectation, without motive, without agenda, selfless, no strings attached type of giving is what you want. But I'm getting as well that you have some fear or anxiety that you're not being appreciated for what you're giving, or that what you give is not going to give you what you want out of it. So there might be some mirroring going on here is what I'm saying. And there's issues with feeling safe and protected as well. Hi, Nan. Thanks for joining. So let me go back to this issue of what needs to change for you. Maybe in the way that you are communicating security issues. Well, Moon in reverse, this is, at this time, you have got to face these fears that are maybe leaking out in subconscious ways with the way you're coming across, the way you're communicating insecurity, or communicating a feeling of not being supported, or not being appreciated. There's got to be facing down of these emotional issues. And I'm getting something again about hidden truths, right? These hidden truths need to be released. You need to open up about something, and it might be very in the subconscious realm, something very deep and buried for a long time. But it's also letting go of illusions, okay? Illusions and insecurities that sometimes people want to give selflessly, but they can't. We're dealing with a lot of insecurity right now in the world. A lot of people are being strapped financially, materially, emotionally, okay? And there needs to be, I think, a way of communicating this issue head on, where you're being more, I guess, frank in your desire to have a more secure exchange with people, or to get what you value out of the exchange with people. But back to the action that you need to take during this time, definitely healing emotional security issues, if not financial security issues. And I've got King of Wands in reverse. And there's that Four of Swords yet again. And the Three of Swords in reverse, showing a lot of healing is showing up here. We have Four of Swords showing up twice. Somebody shutting down to just try to go within and heal. But they're maybe not talking, not opening up, not taking action. Again, another card of healing. A lot of unhappiness, okay? And it might have to do with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We got everything here but the air signs. We have all signs here but the air sign. Although this full moon is happening in the 11th house, which is Aquarius, an air sign, okay? But this is telling me that somebody's been very me, very self-focused, very much in their ego, and what about me, and what about right now, and very self-interested. There's also been a difficulty listening. I'm seeing a breakdown of communication, I'm seeing passivity, I'm seeing inability to listen to others and hear them out, because somebody is very in their ego and what about me. And that's what needs to get healed. I've gone pretty deep with this, Taurus. I hope that it has blessed you and given you some insight. Please know I am wishing you all the best. And let's move on to the next sign. And for those of y'all just now joining, I have already done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, in that order. Who is up next? Leo at timestamp 104:30. Leo, 104:30. Okay. Leo, Leo, Leo. Let's talk about this full moon. It is happening in your 8th house. Having to do, especially Leo risings. Let me say that, okay? Clarify that. This has to do with other people's resources, sex, intimacy, death, debt, power dynamics, other people's money. So there's perhaps something that you're having to release, having to do with, those issues, okay? And the sun right now, wow, okay. Well, we got some stuff that just came out, all right? Tower in reverse as well. Oh my gosh, that card has been coming out so much. I think that a lot of people collectively are just not wanting to make changes in their life. And, with the Tower, this is major arcana. This is spirit like, too bad. It's kind of out of your control. Like, you're going to have to make some changes here, okay? But some of you don't want the change. You're afraid of the change. You're trying to avoid the change. And maybe you're hanging on to something that just ultimately is not going to stand the test of time, I'm sorry to say, okay? Some of you, it's because there's a lot of burden and responsibility attached to this. And that needs to get healed. Some of you, it might have to do with getting, some heaviness about new love in your life, okay? And a lot of stress, worry, anxiety about that. About how am I going to progress things and move things forward. And it might have to do with a lot of communications that have come in that have made you kind of, I guess, wound up with a lot of this communication, all right? And trying to get a brand new start and making a decision to take that leap of faith to either start something new or give somebody a second chance, okay? But let's see, Aries might be relevant here. Yeah, it's the only sign I'm seeing that's possibly relevant here. But yeah, you've got to make a decision to move things forward by doing something new. But some of you are very stressed and you need to heal that. Whatever that anxiety is or the heaviness is about this change, you need to work on healing that, is what the cards are telling me. Okay, so let's go back into talking about the astrology for you, Leo. The sun right now is in your 2nd house. Yeah, like Aquarius, only flipped. Money houses, fun times right now. Not fun at all. Oh my God. Yeah. Now I've got Saturn in my 10th house with, my natal Uranus in the 6th house. So my vocation and career houses are jacked too. I hope you don't have that going on. But anyway, let's continue. Count your blessings, people. Yes, I'm belly aching, T. Whitten. I'm sorry. Indulge me, please. Air signs got a vent. Anyway, money houses, Leo. Something you're having to release in terms of other people's resources. And it might be because something's going on with your resources. With the sun, in your 2nd house, you're having to look at your personal income, your valuables, what you value. This could also be power dynamics. We'll see what the cards say before I continue on. I think we'll see what the cards have to say, because I could go on and on and on about that. You might want to watch the Aquarius reading. If there's probably some mirroring going on in that, all right? Where you're opposite, right? All right, at the foundation, you have Three of Swords. Yeah, that's, ugh. That's pretty bad. Okay, let me see about getting a pillow because my back is actually starting to hurt. And I need more back support. Yeah, let's see if I can get some back support. There we go. That's heavy. Three of Swords. Are you feeling cut off from other people? Are you feeling that people are not loyal to you? They are not prioritizing you, and that's like the worst thing. The worst thing you can do as a Leo is to not be loyal. There's like some kind of separation or cutoff here, or a feeling of I'm not being prioritized. You're not loyal to me. Some type of thing going on like that. The action you need to take right now, well, there it is again, Full card, and it came out before where you need to take a leap of faith. You need to do something new. Turn a new page in your life, okay? And how you feel about it is, I think you want to manifest something new. I think you're ready to manifest something new in your life. And you might be looking at your resources. You might be assessing, can I pull this over here and pull that over here, and maybe if I draw from this over here and that over there, then maybe I can make it add up to this, I don't know, get a parachute or go take that deep dive, with snorkeling gear, whatever it is that you need to take that leap of faith and feel really good about it, manifest that new fresh start. For some of you, by the way, this is about getting a new love in your life and putting yourself out there. Some of you ready to date and put yourself out there, okay? But what you've got to change is King of Pentacles, and this might have to do with security issues, stability issues, trust, generosity. And now we've got Queen of Pentacles as the challenge. And that's the counterpart. I mean, I'm kind of getting a power couple here. The King and the Queen of Pentacles both embody trust, stability, and security, but is there some issue that I'm getting a couple things that if you're wanting to find a partner who embodies this, you've got to bring this. Are you bringing this? Because it's almost like there's something, and this is not about money. This is about values. This is about self-worth issues. This is about trust issues. This is about power and status dynamics, okay? You almost have to get on this level that you are wanting to attract. And I'm not really a big law of attraction person. I'll be straight with you, okay? Like, I've done that. I've been there, done that, okay? In the church, we call that name it, claim it, right? And there's a value to it. Power of words, all of that. There's a value to it, but it only goes so far, right? As much as I say that the sky is not blue, it's blue, right? We can only go so far with it. So this is you having to embody it, okay? This is, not I'm going to think it, feel it, believe it. This is I'm going to embody it so that I attract in this counterpart who also embodies it. I'm also getting something about manifestation. But there's a challenge with manifestation, okay? And What you value is, I think with Eight of Pentacles, somebody who stays on task. Somebody who actually doesn't get derailed. They hold the course. They hold the line. And somebody also who masters their craft. Somebody who levels up. But what you need to release is this energy of someone not giving or getting commitment, this stuckness, this maybe holding on to illusions, fantasy land. It's also coming into a place of enlightenment about what needs to be sacrificed in your life during this time so that you can embody more of what you value and attract the person in that is more embodying what you value. This is really going into like a weird relationship reading, but I can't help it because I'm seeing a power couple here. I am also seeing, if we get this off a relationship and we put it back on money, because we're talking about money houses, right? You need to take action to start something new, Leo. Maybe with a business or a vocational line of work. You need to be very resourceful in getting this new beginning. But what has to change and what's really being challenged here in making these changes are trust security issues and stability issues. So I think there is I think what's really going to pay off for you is if you keep honing your craft, you level up. Some of you, this is training others. You're either training or you're being trained, okay, to level up. But right now, you're being told surrender to joy, surrender to creativity, okay? This is part of the release, okay? What you've got to let go at this full moon. The card says, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or a problem. I mean, I'm seeing that here. A manifester. How are you going to manifest? Look at all. Get enlightened. If things feel stuck right now, you got to release that stuck energy by getting enlightened about creative possibilities. Alternative views, alternative strategies, creative finance. Could you let go of something? Could you commit yourself to something that maybe before you weren't open to, you didn't want to? Because that's what I feel is being, asked of you at this time. This card says, a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. I think some of you need to go have some fun. And Capricorn got that. I am seeing a Capricorn here, possibly also a Taurus or a Virgo is relevant. Aries I'm seeing as well, possibly Pisces. There is a need to kind of loosen up and let go. I think that some of you, if there has been a breakup or a separation, maybe it was because of disloyalty, because it might have been, I'm sorry, a three-party situation with that Three of Swords. But I do feel that on the love front, definitely you could manifest new love if you put yourself out there and you date, okay? But let's see what we can get on this feeling that you're having right now. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Woo-wee! Sweet. Jesus, do you see that? The heck is going on? I think some of you might be really hurt, and because you feel like you've been held back and you're angry about it, and I don't blame you, you know. You're opposite, I get it. I might, you know, these houses for me are getting triggered as well. But this is wild. I'm getting something as well. There's some of you, this is not for all of you, but some of you, somebody really hurt you, and you're like, I'm going after my happiness, damn it. Or I'm also seeing another message here of somebody went after their own happiness, and in doing so pissed you off, made you angry. This may be beginning about Two of Cups and yeah. I'm really sorry. Okay. It does seem that there's been some kind of disloyalty going on. And there's been some kind of emotional disconnect. With the Two of Cups in reverse, this is somebody really not being open emotionally, somebody just not really being emotionally available. They might have blocked emotions, okay? Some of you, this definitely, you know, was a breakup with that in reverse, okay? Somebody was not emotionally available. They might have been just emotionally incompatible with you, okay? There's some kind of fallout here, but the action you need to take is begin again, is what I'm getting off of this. And some of you, you know, some of you feel like putting yourself out there dating again, and you're happy to be like, screw you. You know, I know it's kind of a not nice message, but I am seeing it there. Or some of you are really angry that somebody went out there dating around, you know, and they're acting like they're real happy about it and not really pissed you off, okay, is what I'm getting off of this. But I think, and some of you might be burying yourself in your work right now and just trying to be polite with people and be courteous and just, you know, being respectful and all of that, and just persevering against these difficulties, like at work, on the job, around other people. You might be putting up a pretty damn good show, like everything's going well, but please talk to me about what changes and what's challenging it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, even that card, it's like, it's evading me, like I'm going to have to dig it out. This card is hiding from me. Okay, Page of Swords. Some of you, what you're going to have to do in order to get this change in your life and overcome these challenges might involve an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It might also be in the way that you're communicating yourself in a more truthful manner, maybe writing a message, or just giving a small little message, a small little verbal gesture, to communicate some desire to, I don't know, establish trust, security, stability, to talk about values, what you need out of this situation, what is challenging you, how you can help one another. But I feel some of you, maybe again on the work front, you need to go put out like an application or something, okay? If you are looking for a job, because I did see something here about worky, all right? Inquire. There's some kind of written inquiry about if this is work related. Some of you applying for a job that is going to be good over the long term, is going to offer you stability and security more than what you have now. For others of you, this is a relationship, particularly between a masculine and feminine energies. I see that the lines of communication need to be opened up. It could be a small verbal gesture, a quick little text message, something like that, to try to establish and develop more trust, stability, and security in that relationship. That is all I have right now for Leo. I hope that helped, and we are going to move on to the next sign. And let me say that if you're just now tuning in, so far we have done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, and Leo in that order. And next we have Cancer at timestamp 125:55. Cancer 125:55. Thanks to those of you who are time stamping. It helps me. So I'm trying to help you help me. I appreciate that. And for those that didn't hear the intro, yes, I do private readings. Somebody asked me last time I went live. I still do private readings. Links down below. And I take tips in my tip jar. Links down below. All right, let's get on with it. Cancer, this full moon is impacting your 9th house. And that has to do with long distance travel. Has to do with beliefs, higher learning, all things Sagittarius. So there's something that maybe you're having to release in terms of what you have believed, or something going on at quite a distance from you, maybe involving travel. It's out of your area, out of your locale. Some kind of ending, culmination, completion attached to that. Now, we've got Miss Kitty joining. Well, that's not really helpful, Miss Kitty. I'm going to try to go with it. She's sitting on my cards. Okay. I'm going to roll with it. The sun is in your 3rd house, which has to do with short distance travel, okay? Yeah, I'm okay, T-Wid. Thanks for asking. Oh, Nun says that's a sign. Yeah, well, Miss Kitty's kind of invading my space right now, and it's rather inconvenient. And we are talking about geography when we're talking about 3rd and 9th houses. So maybe somebody's feeling like their space is being invaded, but it's okay. We're gonna roll with it. It's all right, Miss Kitty. We're gonna make it. Just gotta kind of rearrange my decks, and we're gonna keep rolling with it. We're gonna roll with it, baby. You and me, just roll with it. All right. I want to see what the cards have to say about this. I think right now, you know, Cancer with the sun in your 3rd house, particularly for Cancer risings. This is really highlighting what's going on in your local community on the day-to-day. Some of you may be interacting with, you know, schools or learning centers. You know, it would not be higher education, okay? some of you looking at knowledge, reading, acquiring more information, talking to people. Neighbors might be relevant, interacting a lot more with neighbors or perhaps siblings. If it's not your siblings, maybe you have children, and those multiple children, those siblings. There's some kind of highlight going on with that. Yet what's having to be released is something that maybe you believed, okay? And something going on at quite a distance from you, okay? So let's see what the cards have to say for Cancer. And I'm seeing a Two of Swords here. So there has been some kind of stalemate. It can also be that somebody didn't want to see something. They didn't want to maybe open up about something. Maybe about a difficult decision. There might have been a need to call a truce. But something got blocked emotionally. Right now, the action that you need to take has to do with a new home or a new opportunity to establish trust, stability, and security. How you feel about this? I think this is a wish fulfillment in some respect. And I'm seeing a lot of yellow here of you really getting into your solar plexus chakra. You really tapping into that willpower within you, which is a nice contrast to this, because this is somebody who's like basically got a blocked solar plexus, right? This is very confident energy with the yellow. And here we go again with more of this, I'm kind of seeing the yellow again in that pentacle and then there's more of this pentacle energy of, what needs to change is having more nurturing on a material sensory level. Might have to do with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is actually, protecting and providing and nurturing, having more of a down-to-earth approach about creature comforts. And, the challenges that you're dealing with right now are Five of Swords. There's been some arguments. There's been some disagreements. People are not on the same page, do not have a meeting of the minds. Sorry to say, someone might be giving you a damn headache, in your ear. Could be a bunch of people in your ear complaining, being negative, yickety-yakking about stuff. And I think that part has been very challenging for you, okay? What you value is clear-headedness, making a logical decision, fairness, logic, truth, doing what you know needs to be done. But what you need to let go of and release right now with the Eight of Wands is maybe like trying to push something forward. It can also be long distance travel, maybe not traveling. Well, that's interesting because Eight of Wands can represent long distance travel. It can also represent progress and a lot of communications, a lot of fast communications coming in. But I'm really sensing, especially with this full moon hitting your 9th house, are you having to let go of a trip or a journey that is quite a distance from you, or at least put it on pause for now? Take a break, especially if somebody's giving you a headache or you can't come into agreement. Yeah, surrender to non-action is what that card's telling me. Okay. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Wow. Okay. If somebody particularly off at a distance, okay, I'm saying like out of your, they live out of town, they live out of state, long distance travel. They're not in your neighborhood, community, town, city. They live a far distance from you. Let it go. Okay? Let it go for now. Let this person come to you, is what I'm getting off of that. I'm also getting surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And I really sense this is if this is about a belief system, right, with the ninth house of a scarcity mentality that maybe has been there for quite some time. That needs to be released and let go of. But what you're valuing right now with that King of Swords is, well, this is somebody who's very dutiful and they meet their obligations. Sometimes this can be a very legalistic type of, look, this is what I committed myself to, so I'm going to do it. My word is my bond. I told you I was going to do this, therefore I'm going to do it. And I think that you are valuing that in return, that if somebody, you know, not only that they're honest and they tell their truth and they're sincere, but if they say they're going to do it, they do it. Okay? They stick to the program. I think that is what you are valuing at this point. But, well, it seems that you are happy about something, okay? I got, there is some type of, again, I'm getting a home issue here. Safety, security, stability. And I told you this is someone who's nurturing on the home front, in the place of, you know, what needs to change and creating safety and security in the home, or in a relationship, creating a relationship where you feel like you're safe in that relationship and the other person feels safe and nurtured in that relationship. But some of you are maybe having to go the distance, you know. Again, maybe somebody got a new home, maybe somebody moved, and it's a lot going on. Okay, I'm hearing something about an uphill battle, or that is for some of you that are dealing with conflict. Okay, this kind of verbal sparring that's going on, people whispering in your ear, not coming into agreement. That might make you feel like this is overwhelming, okay? But I'm also getting that some of you, it's a lot of work, but I think that there's some kind of contrast here where I think that some of you want to go the distance, you're willing to put in the work, you know that it's a tough row to hoe. There's a lot. Yet at the same time, there is some desire to put in the effort to create a safe, loving environment, because you know that's what needs to change. But you're really being challenged by these arguments and disagreements that are going on with you. The action that you need to take right now has to do with a new home, a move, perhaps, a new opportunity. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, you regenerating, helping to renew, revive, regenerate something going on with this new opportunity, new home. I'm getting something about a timeout, okay? Timeout, timeout. Let go of these beliefs that have had you in I don't know, maybe some scarcity or lack mentality. Some of you, you're willing to put the work in, and that does need to happen, but I think you're at a point of let some other people put some work into, okay? Like, you almost need to sit back and you need to see, like, don't rush in and rescue everyone from everything, like, particularly if this is a group dynamic within a family, particularly like involving maybe a mother or siblings, because I'm seeing a mother figure here and I'm seeing the siblings, with this impacting your third house, okay? You know, each person needs to bear their own burden, their load. I mean, yes, you can help others, but you know, you can't do it for them. I get some advice here about you needing to kind of take a step back and asking people to step up and take some action themselves, that you can't be the only one going the distance, putting in the effort all the time. People need to chip in their fair share as well. You can't do the work for everybody, because that definitely is overwhelming. All right, I am finishing up on Cancer, and let's see what sign we have next. For those of you just now joining in, yeah, see, Miss Kitty left. She was only here for the Cancer reading. Miss Kitty took up residence in my card area, so I just rerouted. All right, we have done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, and Cancer in that order. Who is next? Virgo. Oh, it's Virgo season. Happy birthday, Virgos. We need to timestamp that at 1:41:35. 1:41:35 for Virgo. Thank you again for those of you who are timestamping for me. Because let me tell you, when I finish doing all of these, I'm tired. I really am. I go for 3 hours on these, okay? And I can do it. You know, my Taurus rising and my Mars Capricorn will keep hammering to the nth degree, baby. The Energizer Bunny here. But when I'm finally done, when I have completed my work and I'm satisfied that I have done my due diligence, I'm tired. All right, let's move on, Virgo. I think you understand. Virgos are some hard-working people, right? They can be. They can be. So Virgo, this full moon is hitting your 7th house, having to do with partnerships, long-term committed partnerships, maybe some business contracts, legal dealings, some of you marriages. But we got Temperance in reverse, so maybe a Sagittarius or a Cancer is relevant. Some of you, you know, Spirit's been trying to give you divine downloads that you have not been hearing, or maybe I'm getting something emotionally clouded, something is unhealed. Some of you are not trusting your gut, you're doubting your instincts, your intuition, and you need to really tune into that to get balance in your life. Some of you financially, you need to work on trying to balance income with expenses, and I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm not telling you what to increase or decrease. That's for you, Spirit-led, to know and find out in your time with Spirit. Maybe it'll come out in this reading Let me fix my pillow that just keeps sagging on me. So some of you, you know, it might have to do with, you know, who you're partnered with in business. For others of you, it has to do with who you're partnered with in life. And if this is like not a business or marriage partnership, like a legal contract, this is people that you've been in long-term relationships with them for quite some time. The sun right now is in your first house, right? So you got a lot of vitality. The sunlight, with the sun in Virgo, the spotlight's on you, okay? And if some of you are saying, well, I don't feel that great with, you know, I just don't know how you're going to feel any better. With the sun in Virgo right now, that's should be giving you a boost of vitality. If not, I don't know, go see a doctor or something. You know? Definitely healing is there and available for you with the sun in Virgo. It's your time. It's your season, right? But I think something is having to be released with these relationships. You know, spotlight's on you, but in terms of others, it's like you're having to let something go. And we do have the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups. So you do have some new idea, maybe, a new beginning. Some of you, a new contract. And it might involve a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Some of you are very clear in your head about how something needs to get healed, okay? It might have to do with spiritual work. It might have to do with therapy, the arts, charity. Somebody is very clear within their head that they need to embark upon some therapy, or maybe art therapy, art being therapeutic. Like if you're like, I'm done with these therapists, I'm tired of paying these people $100 an hour so they can talk to me about my childhood. Like, they just, you know, maybe art therapy. I don't know where this came from, all right? This is a flow for you, Virgo. Art therapy, okay? Rather than hiring a therapist. Art therapy. Aha, it's an idea. It's a breakthrough idea, okay? Some of you, what heals is the truth. And I think it's hard. I know it's a hard pill for you, many of us to swallow, particularly you, because I think Virgos especially have a hard time. They're challenged with accepting the imperfection of this reality. It's very flawed, right? As you well know. It's very flawed, okay? We cannot fix this. We have to live with it somehow. And could just drive you batshit crazy living with this. But, I don't know, maybe art therapy. I don't know where I got that from. I just heard it. It's a download. Go with it, flow with it, right? Especially, you know, if it applies, do something with that. Go down to the art store tomorrow. I don't know, okay? Go to an art store, pick a hobby. Like, I'm going to get into painting. I'm going to get into ceramics. I'm going to get into whatever. If you're like, hell, I'm broke. I don't have money for that. You know, I've been watching some videos lately on dollar store hacks and people making things out of stuff from the dollar store. And I've been shocked at how creative some of these people are. And they're poor. They're broke. Okay? And I'm like, wait a minute. The possibilities here. The possibilities here. Something with that Ace of Swords. You need to have a eureka moment. You need to have a breakthrough idea, okay? Some of you, though, it's a contract. And others of you, this is about the truth and healing truth. Letting the truth heal you, okay? I don't know why my eyes are watering so bad right now, but I'm getting intuitively, some of you are it's like you're having trouble seeing it, okay? You're having trouble looking at the truth of a matter. It's painful. It burns you up. I don't know where I'm getting this from, but I am sorry. Okay, so I'm hearing that, I don't know who sings that song. It's from the 80s. Something about cuts you up. Cuts you up. Is that? God, I don't know who sings that. I don't even know that song. It's just popped in my head. I seriously am having to deal with my eyes burning up right now. I gotta find out what that means. I'm just telling you intuitively what I think it is, but I am seriously, my eyes are very bothered right now. Like, I feel that you don't want to look at something, okay? We'll see what the cards have to say. You don't want to see something. It burns you up to look at this. Okay? All right, Virgo. Yeah, there's conflict, battle of wills, and I think that the issue is that, you know, what you want to do is not what other people want to do. All right, not that that's any kind of newfangled thing, right? That's life, happens all the time. But there is a lot of conflict here with other people not being in alignment with you and what you want to do. And I think that for some of you as well, there's this internal conflict. We'll find out what that's all about. It's really, look at this, the disagreements. This is another 2 5s here. This is a lot of conflict mentally and in terms of how people are asserting themselves. Physically and verbally, not being in agreement, not being in alignment, and it's really stressing you out, it seems. I gotta get my Texas tea. All right. The action that you need to take, it has to do with some burdens that you have been bearing, okay? Some heaviness that has been on you. And how you feel about this, very emotional. You are probably getting triggered right now. Pisces is your opposite sign. With a full moon in Pisces, I mean, there's a lot of mirroring going on. You might want to watch the Pisces reading, and that was the first one I did tonight, okay? What needs to change is emotionally disconnecting. Holy crap, this is almost exactly what Capricorn got. Same cards in the same place. This was in how they feel and what needs to change. Exactly for Capricorn. I don't know if the Capricorn is relevant. I'm also seeing a Pisces here with that moon card. But there's a lot of emotions here and somebody just trying to walk away and disconnect from emotions and not feel and not connect. Yes, maybe, you know, you were connected to some things you shouldn't have been, right? But I'm almost getting like the disconnection has gotten to, I'm gonna clarify that, but I feel that it's gone to an unhealthy place. Okay, well, yeah, because the challenge here is there's just a lot of, it's almost like you're sitting with some kind of disappointment. You're sitting with some kind of regret, and that's another 5. I mean, we've gotten 3 5s so far and 1 10, which is 2 5s. This is emotional conflict, verbal conflict. Conflict of wills. What you need to release is, I just heard what you think you know, okay? I don't know why I heard that, but I did. Knight of Swords could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but I am more importantly seeing decisive action, that maybe you're very much in your intellect of this is what I need to do. But it's almost like Spirit is saying, stop that. Like, what is your heart saying? What is, what's your heart saying? Because if you are doing something that on paper or on the surface seems right, particularly in these relationships with other people, But at the end of the day, you end up feeling really heavy, and you're regretful, and you feel like you're just having to run from emotions over it, just to cope and get on with it, because you're like, nope, that was the right thing to do, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm gonna do because it's the right thing. And but at the end of the day, it's like you're not really honoring your feelings. You're not honoring your intuition. It is a lot. It creates a lot of internal and external conflict that's unnecessary, is what I'm getting out of this. So let's see again what needs to end. Unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others, and to be surrounded by positive people. And surrender to wonder and awe is at the foundation, and that's saying open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. I really feel this is about you breaking out of this kind of maybe a rigid mental pattern and opening yourself up to what flows and releasing what isn't. Because I feel like if you're in a relationship where there is not flow, there's not ease of expression, whether it be physically, emotionally, verbally, you're just going to end up feeling burdened and heavy by this person. And I'm hearing something about free to be me. Free to be me. I think that some of you right now, the emotions that you're feeling that need to really be released are, when I say release, I'm not saying like bury it or stuff it, right? I'm saying feel them and let them flow through you. There's something about the word flow that I keep coming back to in this reading. It's specific for you. Flow, flow, flow. You're a mutable sign. You should be able to do this, okay? But what needs to be released is these fears, these anxieties, feeling afraid of something, very anxious. I mean, I don't know how to tell Virgo not to be nervous. Like, if anybody's gonna, there it is again. I mean, if anybody's gonna deal with worry and anxiety, it's the Virgo, right? I mean, I'm sorry. But somebody is getting really troubled, maybe easily, or concerned about stuff, and that it's like you need to feel it, and you need to let it flow through you, and not hang on to it, not hold on to it. You need to release it, rather than getting into this mental headspace that you're going to be making decisions from this place of internal emotional conflict. That is really weird what you value 5 of Cups. I mean, really weird. Like, help me understand that. I don't really understand that, actually. I think some of you, you have regrets, but, in your regrets, you feel like I value the right to be able to direct my own course in life, you know. You value being able to choose your own goals and what you want to do with your life logically. Being able to use your energies and resources as you see fit. Some of you also very much like this, taking a modest approach, even though sometimes you later regret it. You like that you just don't throw yourself into stuff. But sometimes it seems to end in regret. Like, I could have done more, or maybe I should have done more, but you know what? I took a modest approach and I directed my own course in life as I saw fit, and and despite my regrets, I like that I'm able to do that. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting off of this. This might have to do with a friend. There's some emotional disconnect about what needs to change, emotional disconnection with friends, a reunion of some kind. So it might be somebody you're wanting to reconcile with. It could be, you know, a number of people. Usually this is about a friend. But it might also have to do with just coming together with other people in your life. But this issue of being emotionally disconnected from these people, that needs to be healed, that needs to be reconciled. It's showing up in the position of what needs to change. Being more emotionally plugged into these people around you, and the action that you're having to take. Like I said, 10 of Wands. This is something, oh wow. Oh my gosh, so many cards. I'm going to start over, okay? I'm getting a lot of people in these cards. I'm getting air signs, water signs, and I am getting a sense that, you know, I started this reading talking about 7th house, business partners, marital partners, very much relevant. But I am just getting a general other focus with other people, and that could expand and include, you know, friends. It could be a number of people. There's something that needs to get released in the way that you're relating to other people. Some of them are, yes, toxic, but I'm also seeing like emotional disconnectedness that needs to get released, whoever's doing that. The action that you need to take, that is so wild. There's something about running away and emotionally disconnecting, and somebody, they're hiding the fact that there's some dishonor there. They're not honoring the other person, and that's why they kind of just cower or run the other way, or you know, offer maybe something very modest or whatever. They don't really throw themselves into it or give themselves to it, because they don't really, at the end of the day, honor that person at a higher level, or they do not want more asked of them. They perceive it as a heaviness. And so I think for you, there is a need to kind of drop the burden or drop the heaviness. Some of you do need to get away from heaviness and burdens, all right? Yeah, end it. I'm getting 2 10s here. Y'all need to end this. Okay, so if you're dealing particularly with somebody who's been, you know, betrayed you, and they haven't really been helping you, there's been a lot of, I think, betrayals, not just one but numerous, okay? It's time to end this difficult situation. All right, it's time to put a fork in it and lay the burden down. It's time to come up with a different approach, because I feel best case scenario, somebody just kind of runs off, emotionally disconnects, because there is a level of involvement that they're avoiding for whatever reason. And again, I'm just seeing a lot of conflict here, not on the same page, and that needs to be let go. There's a lot of misalignment going on here with this dynamic. I'm sorry to say. That's all I have for you, Virgo, and we will see who's next. Sagittarius is the last sign. And for those of you just now joining, we are doing the last sign, Sagittarius. So far we have done Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Cancer, Virgo, in that order. And so somebody will timestamp Sagittarius at 165.05. I would greatly appreciate it. And I gotta clear my decks a bit here before we get going on this reading, because I want to make sure we get a clean reading, a clean, clear reading for Sagittarius. Let me say while I'm doing that, Sagittarius, this full moon is hitting your 4th house, having to do with home, family, sense of belonging. So perhaps something is ending in terms of those matters of housing, where you live, what makes you feel at home, what makes you feel nurtured. Something is changing, ending, or perhaps something reached fullness, culmination, okay? And the sun is in your 10th house, having to do with career, status, your reputation out in the world, all things Capricorn. So perhaps Capricorn, Cancer are relevant to you in some way. But I do see that, with the sun in your 10th house, particularly for Sagittarius risings, let me say, right now the spotlight is being put on what you're doing with your life, what you're doing with your career, with your money, that, you're probably very focused on achievement, achieving goals, going after something, in terms of resources, status, okay? Yet, maybe that focus is also at the same time causing you to need to release something that you, in terms of what you call home, or what you feel you belong to. So let's see what the cards have to say for you, Sagittarius. One more shuffle for Sagittarius. And at the foundation, we have Page of Cups. So I am seeing here that there might be some regret or sorrow. Somebody might be apologetic about something. You could get an apology coming in. I know, I don't say this often. I am not your typical reader. I do not ad nauseum say they're sorry. Most people aren't. Okay. They might not be sorry. It might be simply like, I'm regretful. Like, I regret that didn't work out, or I regret that went the way it did, but maybe it had to happen the way it did, Some of you also, you are getting a message coming in, and it might be a very loving message. We're going to find out. Could be also a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, somebody under 30. Again, somebody, possibly the regret or the apology has to do with disagreements going on, and somebody feels like, man, they've had a headache because there's been a lot of going on in your ear or their ear. The action that you need to take right now is King of Wands. Well, that's your energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign. This is somebody really stepping into their power, really taking a lead role in their life, having the confidence, having the boldness. Some of you looking into maybe supervising people, having a managerial role, or doing entrepreneurship, side hustle, okay? But with, this Justice card, this has to do with how you're feeling about the situation, and I think that something about it's fair, and you worked on this, okay? Some of you feel like this is what you deserve. You feel like you put in on this, you deserve it. Okay, might be a Libra that's relevant. But what needs to change is with the Emperor, we could be looking at an Aries or a father figure, a very masculine energy. Again, I'm getting a very boss energy with both of these men here. Somebody really taking charge and putting things in order and having the discipline to really bring some structure to things to make them happen. So I don't know, do you need to get more of a structured approach, Sagittarius? Because this is what I'm seeing here in terms of what needs to change. Some of you feel like you put in the work, you deserve it, okay? But others of you, I don't know, well, regardless of where you stand on your beliefs of this, something needs to, gosh, all this fire, my goodness, all this damn fire, Queen of Wands, there you are, and and I've got this power couple too, right? This very passionate couple as well is showing up over here, all right? So again, fire sign. And even this can be a fire sign, Aries. So a lot of fire going on. Possibly air here with the Libra, but I'm going to clarify this, okay? Because there's a lot of people showing up and a lot of fire, a lot of passion showing up. But this is showing up as a challenge, okay? Is there an issue with being enthusiastic, feeling empowered, feeling in charge, feeling confident, bringing in the warmth? Because if it's not you, it's another fire sign around you. Is somebody trying to steal your thunder, okay? I gotta clarify all these darn people. See, here's another person. There's a lot of people around you, okay? With the Knight of Cups, this is about what you value. Some of you right now, you're really idealizing someone or something. Are you wanting, the knight in shining armor to come riding in on a white horse, all right? Again, I'm getting a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but if this is not a romantic offer, that you're valuing at this time, very much wanting, desiring, this is like just idealizing a situation. But what needs to be released, Queen of Cups, yet another person. Wow, we've got like almost all people here, okay? Except for this major arcana, which can arguably represent people, again, this entire spread, like, wow, what is going on here? I'm definitely getting the fire. I'm getting Libra, Aries, and I'm getting Cups, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I have definitely got to clarify that Sagittarius, okay? What is Sagittarius having to release? It might be a water sign female. For some of you, again, this ideal image of this female. All right, maybe you're having to release this ideal image of a female, because she's the ideal wife, mother. Okay, maybe you're just having to kind of let that go for now, of what you think, whatever you think the ideal wife, mother should be. Okay, letting that go. That's a strange message. Okay, we finally got it. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Oh, now it makes sense. All of these people showing up in this thread are these people coming and whispering in your ear about what needs to happen and what you need to do, when actually you know what, yeah, this is in the challenge position. You're not confident in your decisions. You're letting too many people come give their 2-3 cents. Okay, and this is about you allowing more of a trusting state to come into you. This is a very, I'm getting, with this Queen of Cups, I'm getting this energy of very receptive, very, very like, I'm going to hear you, I'm going to feel you, I'm going to allow you, but I'm not going to let you run me. I'm not going to, like, I can feel your energy, but I'm not going to take on your energy, right? I'm going to tap into your energy, your feelings, your thoughts. I'm going to understand you. I'm going to hear you and be receptive. But I'm not going to let you drain me or run me. It's like being an empath, all right? It's you having this empathic, loving energy, but also not caving to other people, not being a pushover. You not letting people cause you to doubt yourself. Some of you right now, you are very much idealizing something, okay? A lot. I'm putting that all back in because that is a heck of a lot. It might be a romantic partner. But this is a need to come into more of a mature understanding of life, okay? And I think that some of you right now, if you really are seeking a love partner, a romantic offer, I think you're wanting to have this from somebody who is not bringing nonsense, right? Like, you don't want a man-child or some wild woman. You don't want that. You want somebody who, but again, there's a lot of people who are not walking in this, because in our culture, right, that's not valued by a lot of people. This is actually, I'm going to say, I think that some of you really want a love offer, but I would like to see a King of Cups here, right? Because that would be her counterpart. But this guy here, he doesn't really, this is an idealization of love rather than the actual, you know, making it happen. I think you want people to take a mature approach, okay? But maybe that's not realistic, okay? Because there can be a lot of people around you that are very immature. All right, this is what I'm getting off of this. You value that, but back to reality land. Yeah, I do feel that your feelings right now are that you want to create something and that you have put in the work and you are deserving. You've expressed this, you've applied yourself. Maybe in the past there was some anxiety about this, but I think you've tried to put that behind you. And the anxiety might be about where do I belong and where do I fit in here. But I think some of you feel like you have done the work and now it's weird because I feel on one hand you're challenged because you don't have the confidence, but on the other hand I feel like logically you're like, but I've done the work. Why am I not confident? And that's something that I think you need to work on. Stepping into your confidence, okay? Stepping into a leadership role, following your passions, not second guessing them. Oh my gosh, so many darn cards. Okay? Please tell me about the action for Sagittarius. Again, a lot of cards. Are you trying to do a lot? Again, I'm seeing an issue here of somebody regretful and another person apologizing. Right? That apology card came up before in the reading. And this might have to do with a family, a breakup in the family, some kind of grief or sorrow related to some loss that occurred in a group dynamic. Or it could be at work for some of you, okay? There is some kind of disappointment here, but I think you need to really step out boldly to deal with these issues, maybe to accept your losses and move on. Maybe to try to, I'm not seeing cards here about reconcile, but given that there's somebody apologizing and somebody sorry, I feel that perhaps, that you need to step up and step out in terms of working on this, healing maybe old wounds from the past. Maybe for some of you having to do with a breakup in a family, something that has ended, right, with that full moon in your 4th house. Dealing with even feelings of being unloved, okay? That needs to get, you need to take the torch and run with that and do something with that, okay? But I am seeing that some of you maybe felt like whatever has happened has shaped you. There's been a lot of karmic lessons involved with that have shaped you, and you're trying to put it behind you, and that's good. But something needs to change, I think, with a father figure. If this is a home and family issue, something needs to change with a father figure, the masculine energy. If this is a work matter, something needs to change with a boss or somebody in a leadership role. But you're being challenged by an issue of confidence, and I think it's because there's, number one, too many people whispering in your ear and you're not trusting yourself enough. Number two, you may have idealized something that you value, which is people having a mature understanding of life, that maybe there are lessons, karmic lessons in life that shape you and mold you, and it's destined to be as regretful and hard as it is, but other people don't have that understanding. And again, it could be that you're dealing with somebody who's kind of immature emotionally, because when we're looking at this Knight of Cups, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or just somebody who's under 30 and they've got some growing up to do with matters of the heart, matters of love. But what you need to let go of is, absorbing all this energy from other people and just to allow and trust. There's an issue, I think, as well with this hitting your fourth house of security issues, stability on the home front. But, yeah, there's Miss Kitty being a menace. Okay, somebody causing mess, all right? Just step into your power, Sagittarius, like I know you can, and do trust your insight, your intuition. That's what the cards are saying here, and definitely with this full moon in Pisces, you've got the ability to do it. So I hope that's helped you. Please know I'm wishing you all the best. Thanks to the time stampers. Thanks to the people in the comments who have been kicking out the trash that I've been ignoring, right? I hope we didn't have any of that, right? I regret that I didn't engage with y'all more on this live. Perhaps we will go live again just to do chat. I would love to do that. But yeah, and somebody saying I had a huge conflict with my mom, Gemini. I hear you. I had a huge conflict with my Gemini rising daughter. God help us. And we didn't do the Gemini reading tonight because it wasn't requested. Yeah. So anyway, here's Miss Kitty trying to get negative attention. So I'm going to have to go give her some positive attention, some love. But I am going to sign off. Thank you again. Thank you for those of you reaching out to me for private readings. Links down below. Tips, greatly appreciated. Y'all keep me going, and I look forward to connecting with y'all again. Good night. Be blessed.